YouTube, what's going on? Today we're going to be putting this 95mm ported throttle body from K-Tech, as well as this coupler from Solar Performance in my SS1LE. You might be wondering why my car looks like it went to a takeover and got one of its wheels taken. I am currently waiting for my TCM to come back, and that's the only way to get into that. In the meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and install all the other parts that I have so that once it comes in, I could go ahead and tune it and we'll get this whole car thing rolling. Let's act like I didn't have to climb through my trunk because again, my battery's out for the TCM, and you're gonna pop your hood open and this is really the only area you're gonna be working in. So here's your K-Tech ported 95mm throttle body. You can see right there, it's nice and smooth, no restriction on the airflow. And here is your coupler to help connect your air tube from going from a stock LT1 throttle body to a little bit of a bigger size. I think these are 87mm. Additional to that, if you have the LT2 intake manifold, you will have to get one of these plates that convert the bolt pattern, I guess, on the throttle body to the bolt pattern that the LT2 receives right here. I'm not sure if that's different from the stock intake, but I'm gonna use an 8mm to take this off. If you need help trying to get off your sound tube from your stock system, I did make a video on how I changed all this, and you'll see the whole stock configuration versus how I put this in. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, or I could use a screwdriver, just loosen that off a bit. Also, disconnect your battery. Should have said that before, because you're gonna be disconnecting these sensors here, which I'm actually probably gonna do next. Just like with all of GM's pins, you're gonna pop it out, push, and then pull the whole thing out. Next, we are going to take these four, I think they're 9mm. Sorry, I lied, they're 10s. So you'll notice that mine came out with this weird black plate on it. That is because the LT1 supposedly howls. It's never really the intakes. It's just how I guess the air flows into the LT1. Now that I have an LT2, I'm not sure if it howls as well, but I'm gonna go ahead and not put this on the new throttle body. I'll kind of see if it makes a howling noise. If it does, I'll put it back on. So this will obviously all come apart, but I just put it all together so I didn't lose it. Oh shoot, there I go, I'm about to lose some bolts too. So you'll put this in with the Solar Performance writing on top. After you finish hand tightening these in as much as you can, you're gonna grab an HW5. Now that your mounting plate's on for the throttle body, you're gonna go ahead and grab one of your clamps and your coupler and wrestle with it a little bit to get it on. Some people use soap and water. I'm gonna see if I could do it without it. I got it on before, but the lettering was kind of off to the side. Hindsight, I should have just left it. All right, I'm gonna use a screwdriver. See if I could kind of flip this in. Come on, come on. Here we go. All right, we're getting somewhere now. No, it popped out. This material is just, I don't know. I think Rotofab is literally just like a hard plastic for the tube, but the way this is sitting, it's not even like a circle. Whatever, it's gonna clamp over the other thing. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten down the clamp before it pops off unexpectedly with a 7mm, I think. Hand insert these bolts that connect the throttle body into the plate. You could put on your other clamp. You could kind of squeeze this on by. This is the one thing I was worried about, was how far this throttle body was gonna sit out. This is what I kind of feared. This never sat straight on. Like the angle that this is coming at, like it's gonna have to be out more for this to go ahead and sit on more flush. Then on top of that, you gotta put this in here, which puts a lot of tension on this hose. I'll just have to push this up and clamp it down as I did with the other one. It's always gonna have that angle. Even if I give it a good push up, there's always gonna be a little bit of like an angle on it. So, all right, so this is how we're looking. I was able to muscle it on there and kind of twist the coupler a little bit that way to compensate for the angle that this doesn't sit right at. Sticks pretty far out still though. I got a tiny bit of space, literally my finger can't even stick between there. Not that that should be an issue anyways. Can't show you guys how it runs because obviously the TCM isn't in still. Just make sure you connect your things back in, snap that in, push the pin down on it so it locks in, as well as clicking that back in if you took it out for clearance. And that's pretty much your job done. If you have any other questions, please write them in the comments below. I think this one's pretty straightforward. Hopefully this is a 10-minute video or less. Forgot to mention, appreciate all the love you guys have been showing and all the new subs I've gotten. Hopefully these videos are helping. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.